Hi, my name's Barb, Shier, and I came to West Bend back in '76. Started at the hospital then when we hadn't even unpacked our boxes yet from the house, and I retired in '14. So that was almost 39 years. Worked in every department except obstetrics. So I have fond memories of my time with the ICU and emergency room, recovery room, and then ending in cardiac rehab. So it was a great time. In the beginning, our staff were very close. You knew you had gatherings with your family, so not only the employees, but you knew their husbands, their kids, you watched them grow, and so there was a lot of contact. So if somebody said they were sick, you made sure you covered for them because you were involved with the family. And that was the hometown that lasted for quite a few years. Then as it got bigger, you know, the parties stopped and you just weren't as close as years ago. I remember one time, well, this was an emergency room, but we used when the helicopters would come and pick up the patients, and we didn't have a helicopter pad, and the maintenance men would plow the parking lot, and then they would make sure it stayed clear till the chopper landed. Then we'd snuggle up the patient in blankets, and we'd put on our coats, and we pushed the gurney through the parking lot and loaded up the patient. So that was a beginning of a new trend, wonderful trend. Ambulance rides from the ER or from ICU when we transfer patients. That was always dramatic. You know, the families would follow, but again, you would know the families by the time you would do the transport, so it was an emotional thing to get them there safely. Jim Phillips from the Phillips Funeral Home, he was the ambulance driver, and his crew would get us through. So,
a real community hospital is what it's. Did you work with the nuns?
You know, there were a few nuns in the kitchen yet, but otherwise, I did not work with the nuns in the old hospital, no. But there are people here that did.
Looking at today's facilities and standards, what are some of the things you remember from the emergency rooms or the opera that you would just shake your head at?
Well,
or maybe it would have been advanced for that time?
One of the things was that we didn't have ER physicians. So it was the RN and an LPN or a aide, and so if somebody came in inebriated, we would get the security guard to help back us up so there wouldn't be assault or something. And then also we practiced when there wasn't universal precautions. So we didn't use the gloves and the masks and all the precautions before we knew about that. So thank goodness for that. But not having a physician there, so we had to do a lot of thinking on our feet. The doctors would be called and they would come in to help. You know, sometimes I delivered a baby out in the ambulance entrance. That was exciting in the car, so, you know, kind of thing. So by then you get the OB crew down to help you, but yes.
Barb, thank you very much for sharing.
You're welcome.